Does your home have a crawl space? When cold weather arrives, that can mean cold floors, frozen pipes, and higher energy bills. Protect your family and keep the cold air out this winter with crawl space encapsulation by SureDry. Encapsulation keeps your crawl space clean, protects pipes, and insulates your home so floors are warmer and energy bills are lower. An encapsulated crawl space means a nicer home. Call SureDry and schedule your free estimate today.
Add comfort and style to any room of your home with new carpet from Marquee Industries. Choose from our wide selection of soft and luxurious carpet, available in styles and colors to match your decor. Save big money on Marquee Industries carpet. Enhance the beauty of your home with Mohawk laminate flooring. It's easy to install and features unique character and charm. Mohawk flooring is durable and water resistant, making it perfect for active lifestyles. Save big money on Mohawk flooring at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Straight ahead, a PFAS problem in a small town. We'll hear about a meeting tonight with the DNR.
Plus, another step forward in closing a troubled youth prison. We'll learn about the plan to shutter Lincoln Hills.
And a newly released footage of a car rescue after it fell through the ice. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Conrad Sapinski.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 5. I'm Dan Hagan.
And I'm Jessica Jukic. It had been a warm January so far with more rain than snow.
That all changed early this morning. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller is standing by on our weather deck to talk about snow totals.
But first, let's go to meteorologist Conrad Sapinski, who has an update on what's happening right now. Conrad, is the snow over?
Yeah, Jessica, the snow is pretty much over. We do still have some lingering snow showers in the area that are going to be continuing into the overnight hours, but by tomorrow morning, we're pretty much in the clear. Taking a look outside right now, we do still have some snow showers across the area, especially just north of town. Closer to the border of the UP, we have some heavier snow showers. Same thing in the western part of the state, but by the overnight hours, it is going to be gone. This low pressure system is going to continue to move out of the area, and northeast is the next stop it's going to make. We do still have some winter storm warnings that are in effect, but they will be dropped within the next 55 minutes. So this is pretty much over. We do still have some lingering snow showers with these colder temperatures outside. We have temperatures at around 27 out there right now. So with a little bit of snow, it's definitely feeling like winter outside. It is slick out there. If you like snowmobiling, this is your time, as the trails are definitely looking much nicer out there. And we have a lot more on that. And with that, Jeff.
Well, first, thanks, Conrad. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller is on our weather deck. Jeff, it looks a lot different out there from yesterday.
Yeah, hey, Dan and Jessica. What a day, right? Our first big snow across much north central Wisconsin for the season so far, and it really delivered to a widespread 4 to 10 inch snowfall. Like Conrad said, just some light flurry action out here right now. The bulk of the snow is now over. That was not the case this morning. If you were awake around 3 o'clock this morning, you saw pretty much nothing. And then at 4 a.m., it was coming down vigorously across our region, near whiteout visibility across the entire area, and that gave us 1 to 2 inch per hour snowfall rates, which the atmosphere has to work really hard to do stuff like that. Well, that eventually added up too. The bullseye seems to be parts of western Oneida County, southern Vilas County, with a widespread kind of 10-inch snowfall there. The rest of us, not as much, but still, the trails are now in good condition, and like Conrad said, with temperatures dropping now, we get to play on all this snow pretty much all weekend long. Dan and Jessica.
Thanks, Jeff. PFAS are a group of long-lasting chemicals which have been found in food packaging, nonstick cookware, and firefighting foam since at least the 1950s. The problem is these chemicals are linked to cancer and other health problems.
Many across the country are concerned after learning about elevated PFAS levels in drinking water. Newswatch 12's Kyle Pozorski joins us from the town of Stella, which is actively trying to remedy their PFAS contamination in private wells. Kyle, what's the current situation?
Well, good evening, Dan and Jessica. You know, if you recall, back in December of last year, it was the DNR and DHS when they first spoke to residents about the town of Stella about the elevated level of PFAS. Tonight, another meeting is taking place right here inside the town hall behind me. Earlier today, though, DNR officials spoke to people in the press about steps they have taken to coordinate a response with the town of Stella.
We have not identified a source.
Last year, the Wisconsin DNR begun an ambient groundwater private well project designed to study PFAS occurrence in shallow groundwater. The DNR then found a sample in the town of Stella, which tested at 12,000 parts per trillion. Wisconsin guidance, however, says to not drink above 20 parts per trillion.
We expanded the sampling effort in the town of Stella after discovering elevated concentrations in this well and found several additional wells that have elevated concentrations of PFAS.
The DNR says they have now worked to help concerned residents.
The DNR has also contracted with Culligan to provide bottled water delivery in 5-gallon jugs to the homes of residents with impacted private water supplies.
While the DNR is taking steps to help residents, they did want to make clear that it is up to homeowners whether to remedy the water.
Unlike public water systems, private well owners are not required to regularly test their wells or correct water quality problems. It's the private well owner's choice to decide which tests to do and actions to take. And we'll continue to coordinate with DHS and the town of Stella for future meetings and conversations.
The state agency also wants to make sure that those concerned residents who are impacted, that they can go online to request the bottled water from their website. Reporting here in the town of Stella, Kyle Pazorski, Newswatch 12.
Thanks, Kyle. Tomahawk police are investigating an incident with a school bus driver that happened earlier this week. Newswatch 12 is still waiting for more details, but we do know that no injuries were reported and no students are in danger. We could not confirm many details, but a bus driver was removed of their duties in the middle of a route. An alternative bus driver was then brought in and drove all the students aboard home. The district is currently conducting an investigation alongside law enforcement. So far, no arrests have been made in connection to this.
The Republican-controlled Wisconsin Assembly is putting a bail amendment on the April ballot. Today, the Assembly approved putting the proposed constitutional amendment on the statewide April 4th election. The measure would make it harder for violent criminals to get out of jail on bail. The amendment would require a judge to consider a defendant's potential risk to public safety, including their criminal history when setting bail. Right now, cash bail is set only to make sure a person appears in court. State law has 3 different definitions for what constitutes a violent crime, but a Republican representative is planning on introducing a violent crime definition that would include crimes such as rape, child molestation, human trafficking, and murder.
Lincoln County is home to an often troubled youth prison called Lincoln Hills. There's been a bipartisan movement to move that prison for years. This week, the Milwaukee site for a new youth prison was approved by city officials. The site would replace Lincoln Hills and Copper Lake youth prisons in Irma, but the new facility likely won't be operational until early 2026. The new 32-room prison will be built on the site of a former vehicle emissions center on Milwaukee's northwest side. State and local officials are hopeful moving the prison to Milwaukee will help keep youth connected with their family. Many teens at the Irma facility are actually from Milwaukee, and the 200-mile journey between the city and the prison limits contact between families and their children.
Xcel Energy and Bayfield County have signed an agreement to partner to construct Wisconsin's first microgrid under an innovative new utility program. This should enhance the county's emergency services and response system, ensuring it is capable of operating in an event of a utility outage without interruption. As part of their project, Bayfield County received a $270,000 grant from the Public Service Commission of Wisconsin's Office of Energy Innovation. The project is expected to be completed in mid-2023.
The unemployment rate in Wisconsin dropped slightly in December. Today, the Department of Workforce Development released the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics preliminary employment estimate. It found the unemployment rate dipped 0.1 percentage point to 3.2%. Wisconsin added 900 non-farm jobs in December. Throughout the year, the labor force added more than 60,000 non-farm jobs and more than 52,000 private sector jobs. Wisconsin's unemployment rate is below the national rate. A scary situation took place in Milwaukee on January 17th when a car slid into a frozen pond and fell through the ice.
A recently released body cam video shows how the brave rescuers managed to get her out. Caroline Reinwald has more.
With no time to waste.
She's still in there? Yeah, water's up to her chest.
Rescue crews worked to free a woman trapped inside her car December 22nd.
Can you open that door at all? Here.
We try to go as quickly as possible because of the danger of hypothermia.
Around 10 p.m., the driver slid off Highway 175 near American Family Field and into an icy retention pond. A traffic camera caught the moment it happened. Now, new Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office body camera video obtained by 12 News shows the race to save her. Crews dressed in specialized gear working in windshields that dropped to 22 degrees below zero.
If you can get on top, here, can you get the baton and smash that front window out? Here.
I don't know if that'll let more water in.
Especially in this weather, people don't last very long before they start losing their faculties.
Smashing the car windows, talking to the driver the entire time.
Close your eyes, ma'am, and look away from the glass. I don't know if I can get in there. Just breathe, give me a breathe. We're coming.
Eventually forcing the door open, using a rope to tie around the driver and pull her to safety. Sheriff's deputies later.
That is so cold.
Praising rescuers on their quick actions.
They are better people than me because that was cold.
The Michigan DNR released their new Upper Peninsula wolf population estimate.
We'll have the latest on that, plus the recent snow means more trails are opening up. We'll have the details after weather with Conrad and Jeff.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
This winter, Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg wants you to unleash the Snow Beast. Win a 2023 Ski-Doo Renegade Enduro snowmobile with an enclosed trailer from Anago Yamaha. Then we'll send you to AJ's Walleye Lodge in the UP for 5 days and 4 nights of serious powder. Earn points, rewards, play, and entries. We'll give it away Saturday, January 28th at 9 p.m. Unleash the Snow Beast at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg.
Get up to 80% off list prices during our huge inventory reduction sale at Slumberland Furniture. $20 million worth of furniture and mattresses must go. Lowest prices around on TV consoles, recliners, bar stools, sofas, mattresses, and lots more. Get the deal of a lifetime on clearance, one-of-a-kinds, scratch and dents, and more. Stores are packed with merchandise that must go. Up to 80% off at the huge inventory reduction sale on now at Slumberland Furniture.
Phillips Winterfest is almost here. Start the fun with the Price County Tavern League Tour and Shop Local event. Enjoy the candlelight walk at the Concrete Park Friday night. On Saturday, the ice fishing contest offers all anglers the chance to win cash and prizes in several categories. Race the Phillips Flurry Snowshoe 5K in person or virtually. Saturday's evening events include the snowmobile parade, ice skating party, and fireworks at Elk Lake Park. Pancake breakfast Sunday morning. Welcome to Winterfest.
Zabel Door Company is expanding to better serve our customers and will be moving to the west side of Merrill in the near future. Don't get mad. Call Zabel's. Zabel's Door Company in Merrill knows a small accident can disrupt the security and function of your home. That's why Zabel's can be at your home within 24 hours for emergency service. Our trained technicians are ready to assist you if any emergency occurs to get your home back to normal. Don't get mad. Call Zabel's.
All right, welcome back. Behind me is a shot of how much visibility we have. Just north of town, we do have less visibility. Look at Eagle River, 2.5 miles in visibility. And then north of that, Land O'Lakes, 1.75. That's because we do still have a couple of snow showers in the area. And, of course, some lake effect snow closer to Ashland up there. That's why visibilities are close to 1 mile. Cloudy skies right now. We do still have a couple of flurries in the area. Some heavier bands of snow are just up north closer to Marquette. Most of this will continue to dissipate, and it will be moving out of the area overnight tonight, and then northeast is next. They are the next ones for all of this snow. Maine is going to get in on a lot of snow, kind of like us. So tonight we're going to get a couple of snow showers. Tomorrow morning, same story, but then we get to pretty much stick around with some mostly cloudy skies throughout most of the day tomorrow. Temperatures, though, will definitely be below freezing, so all this snow will be sticking around. It's going to be slippery out there, and we do still have some winter storm warnings that are in effect for the next 45 minutes, and then we're done. This is over with, and now it's time to shovel out and pretty much get ready for our driving. But the million-dollar question is, how much snow did we get? On that, we have Jeff.
Yeah, hey, Conrad. Life in a northern town, right? If you're new to the area, we do this. A widespread 4 to 10 inch snowfall across our area today. Lake Tomahawk, you're the big winner so far at 10.5 inches. But lots of areas, southern Vilas County, northern Oneida County, coming in with 8 to 10 inches reports across our area today. So the good news is this is a perfect thing for the snow trails out there, as they were kind of getting in bad shape. And now they have a fresh snowpack across the entire area. And temperatures are going to stay cold, so all this snow will stick around in next week. More on that from Conrad.
Yes, exactly that, Jeff. And look at these temperatures outside right now. All the snow will be sticking around as we are in the 20s at the moment, even a couple of 30s by Green Bay. But look at that, still below freezing. So everybody will see a lot of white on the roads, sidewalks. It's going to continue to be slippery out, not only today, but the next several days, weeks ahead, even as their average high this time of year should be around 22 degrees with an average low of around 3. But take a look at 1994, over 25 years ago, 33 degrees below zero. So that is 55 degrees colder than what it is outside right now. But our temperature trend is going to stay above average the next week. Middle to end of next week, we finally start to cool off. Thursday and then into the following weekend, temperatures will definitely be much, much colder than what we've been seeing the last 2 weeks. Tonight, though, some lingering snow showers will still be sticking around, some breezy winds as well. Temperatures will be cooling off and hovering in those upper teens. Tomorrow, peaks of sunshine will be possible with temperatures in the mid-20s, so this snow is not going anywhere with temperatures below freezing. A light breeze out of the northwest once again at around 20 miles an hour. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show a nice looking weekend. Temperatures still sticking around above average even into next week. Look at Tuesday, 27 degrees, and then more chances of snow arrive by Wednesday, and we finally start to cool off by end of next week. Dan?
Thanks, Conrad. With this most recent snowfall, Langland County will open all of their snowmobile trails starting tomorrow. This map shows zones A and B. A in green will remain open, and B in red will open Friday. Also on the map are a few exceptions, with the trails being closed. You can see them in red, those red lines. All lakes and river trails in Langland County are considered unsafe still and should not be used unless they have been clearly marked by a local snowmobile club. The Wisconsin legislature has agreed to recognize the last week in February as American Birkebeiner Week. The annual race is the largest cross-country ski race in North America and brings tens of thousands of skiers and spectators to Hayward and Cable. The resolution was brought forward by the 4 legislators who represent that area in the state legislature.
The school district of Rhinelander Community Education Program is offering golf lessons in the Hodag Dome. The lessons are broken up for completely new players and people with some previous experience. They will start on February 6th and run through March 1st. The beginner lessons are from 10 a.m. to noon, and the intermediate classes are from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. The cost is $40 or $45 per person, depending on the class.
Wildlife biologists from the Michigan DNR released data from their latest state wolf survey. It shows wolf populations are staying stable. This continues the trend for the last decade. An estimated wolf population is 630 in the UP, plus or minus 50 wolves. A total of 136 packs were estimated, with an average number of individuals per pack calculated at 4.5. The survey excludes Isle Royale, which is managed by the National Park Service.
More than 1 million demonstrators took to the streets of France on Thursday, including 80,000 in Paris, to protest plans to raise the retirement age. That's according to France's Interior Ministry. In Paris, pockets of protesters threw bottles, rocks, and fireworks at riot police. Protesters in major cities, French cities, include Paris, Marseille, Toulouse, and Nice, brought many transport services to a standstill. An estimate by the leaders of the union CGT put the turnout of people at more than 2 million. Of all the legendary Chicago area gangsters, Al Capone is one of the most well-known.
And according to a local historian, he spent more time in northern Wisconsin than previously thought. We'll have the details when we come back.
When you rent a Culligan water softener, there is no down payment or maintenance costs. Imagine all you could do with the savings. Dive into better water. Contact your local Culligan water dealer.
Now get an Escape, Edge, or Explorer SUV with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Planning an exciting outdoor excursion? You need the app from the weather team you can rely on. The WJFW Weather Watch app, featuring hourly and daily forecasts, high-resolution imagery, and opt-in push alerts to let you know when severe weather approaches. With all these features, you'll know the best days to cast a line or when it will be perfect to explore the wilderness. The WJFW Weather Watch app is available in your app store now. Weather Watch 12, from where you live.
Hi, you know me. I'm Karen from the Hearing House. Have you noticed there's a lot of talk about hearing aids lately? That's because they improved so much. Our clients tell us things are clearer, more natural sounding, music sounds better, and they hear better in background noise. But wait, that's not all. They love the Bluetooth streaming with their smartphones and their TVs. If you want to learn about better hearing, call the Hearing House. Hearing aids are all we do, so we do it right.
Stay on top of breaking news and the biggest stories of the day with NBC News Daily. Get in-depth reporting from across the country and around the world. Tips to take care of your health and your wallet. And up-to-the-minute local news. NBC News Daily, weekdays on NBC.
The Manitowish Waters Historical Society has some new exciting findings. They received a special collection of historical data courtesy of the Scott and Hawkinson families. They shared their recent findings at a Hops and History event in partnership with the Rhinelander Historical Society. The evidence has accounts of Al Capone, who they say spent more time up north than people think. Bill Vankus with the Rhinelander Historical Society said he was amazed to hear these details from Jim Bokern.
He laid the two letters side by side, and the penmanship's identical. One signed by Al Brown, one by Al Capone, you know. It's just a great thing, and thank goodness we have people like that are willing to share that sort of stuff.
Jim Bokern with the Manitowish Waters Historical Society was there to share the accounts. He says that the evidence suggests many families in northern Wisconsin had ties to the industry.
I hope that more will share their stories so we can learn about the patterns of moonshining and other heritage and historic events and be able to pass it on to future generations.
The society will be able to process this information that they've received recently. He says that they've found several stories of the moonshine movement all over the northern region of the state. The society will be sharing more information with us in the coming months as more information becomes available.
The snow we received last night is great news for winter sports, but it's also made some challenges for events this weekend. The 60th Annual World Championship Snowmobile Derby in Eagle River and the Hodak Challenge cross-country ski race in Rhinelander are both dealing with the recent snowfall as best they can. Both events are preparing for more than 300 racers this weekend, and clearing up to 8 inches of snow from the tracks has proved challenging. Brian Hegg with the ski race says his team has been working all day to prepare the trails.
We have been making multiple laps around the track with a snowmobile because we have to pack it before we roll it, and then we'll come and we'll roll it later on today, or we're starting right now, and then we'll groom it tonight.
Up in Eagle River, Tom Anderson of the World Championship Snowmobile Derby says his team is doing less packing and more clearing.
We're getting the track cleaned off, with all 4 plow trucks I talked about, and we'll get it right down to glare ice again like we had it for the weekend. We did cancel practice for today, which we did again last weekend for vintage. Saved the track, it worked. The guys had racing on hard ice all weekend.
Both groups say the snow was good for their events, but a little too much snow than they would have preferred. We'll be back with one final check of the forecast.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars of product must be sold. Save as much as 85% off while it lasts. Save 55% instantly on this Ashley Sleep Hybrid mattress, now just $5.99 at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
In the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
The sweetest place in town, the country store of Eagle River is known for its quality candy. Made the old-fashioned way, slow-cooked in large copper kettles, then the candy is cooled on marble tables. Embrace the sweet aroma of your favorite candies, chocolates, fudge, brittle, turtles, snappers, almond bark, taffy, and hard candies. Don't forget to make a stop for the best hand-dipped ice cream around. Treat yourself at the country store of Eagle River.
It's a fact. Problems with your basement don't get better with time. They get better with SureDry. SureDry has been fixing wet basements, foundation, and concrete issues for over 25 years. There are plenty of people who can promise you a solution, but SureDry delivers. You have a home and a family to protect, and our experts will provide a permanent solution that gives you the confidence you need to sleep at night. Schedule your free estimate today.
Serving in Afghanistan, I was hit by sniper fire, and I was given a 5% chance to live. It's a good thing math wasn't my best subject. Today, I visit classrooms and share my story. I tell kids that with a little help and a lot of work, that you can overcome any challenge.
DAV helps veterans like Adam get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year.
My victory is being there for the next generation.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars worth of product arrived late and must be sold. Whirlpool microwaves now just $1.99. Amana washer and dryer pairs now just $9.99. Happening now at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
And this is what happens when you get a lot of snow, folks. This is up at Bent's Camp Resort in Lando Lakes. They're on a chain of lakes up there. And there are so many snowmobiles there. Hundreds?
They're everywhere.
Definitely hundreds.
Wow, looks
so,
beautiful.
This snow is great. Yeah.
Trails this weekend are going to be packed.
Definitely.
In a good way. In a good way. So snow's sticking around, right, Conrad?
Yeah, I'm all excited. The trails definitely needed this snow. We're back to close to 1.5 feet. Taking a look outside right now, we do still have some lingering snow showers, but look how much snow fell. Lake Tomahawk, the big winner at 10.5 inches of snow. Right now in town, we have around 8.9, still some light snow showers in the region. So we might bump it up to around 9.2, 9.3. We'll see how things go by tomorrow morning. But for the most part, we are all pretty much in the clear. Just some lingering snow showers, but now the temperatures are going to get cold. That snow